Your favorite spell to say?
What's your favorite one?
Yeah, your favorite, Jude.
Dark City.
Here's Jude thinking we're going to change subjects.
Honestly, my favorite one is the darkest of the dark. So that is my favorite.
Great to see you again. Nice to meet you.
you.
Nice to meet you, Jude. Talented Mr. Ripley, one of my favorite movies. Have to throw that in there.
Thanks.
Great film, and Eddie's raising his hand. As you put on these costumes, you're in character. We've talked about Fantastic Beasts before. I know we've done these interviews before. Didn't ask you this question. What do you feel when you're in character playing these iconic characters? Jude, we'll start with you.
Honestly, the costume process, the fittings, getting your costume right. I don't speak for these two, but it obviously comes early on in the process, and it's often at a time for me anyway where I'm thinking, God, what am I going? I can't do this. I don't know. I've taken on too much, and you're probably doing a little work on your own, maybe reading or watching or whatever it might be, physical stuff. And slowly, as you start making decisions about funny things like socks, or these shoes are right, or yeah, they feel he or she starts to come alive. And when you're working with someone like Colleen Atwood, who is sort of surpasses just the role of being designer of the wardrobe, you know, she adds so much to that. So it's a big part. It enables you to step on quite comfortably. Because don't forget, at the end of the day, our job is to take our clothes off and put someone else's on and go and pretend to be someone else. So if what you're putting on helps, it can sometimes get you 50%. 60%
You've
of the
seen
way
those
there.
shows, you know, right? Where somebody, makeover shows, and the person, the way their body changes, the way they walk, the way they move, when it all alters you so much, and it makes the job easier, which I feel like is maybe a bad thing to admit, but it's like 90%
They're
costume.
doing the work for us.
Right. But as Newt,
Yeah.
you've got to feel, I mean, it's cool.
It's iconic.
I know.
It is. It's so iconic.
I love his costume, but because of the, like, basically Newt always had, he was described in the first script as having this sort of, he walks his own walk and he's quite eccentric and he has this Buster Keaton-like quality. I didn't quite know what that meant. And then when Colleen and I worked out what his costume was, everything's a bit short, everything's a bit tight. It sort of found his physicality. And when I was coming back to the second film, I was like, God, is it going to be weird to get back in? And the second we put on the costume, it was like, he appeared again. That was so, until I split my pants, because he has these really tight trousers that, and yet he's always doing this really aggressive physical stuff. So there was a slightly embarrassing moment where Marco, who helps with my costumes, was literally in my trailer sewing up the crack.
It's a tricky thing when you're at a fitting.
There's a visual for you, everybody.
We did actually have a moment as he was doing that. It was like, if someone would walk in now, this would look very dirty.
Let me start off by saying, dude, it is great to see you again. My man.
And you.
And nice to meet you. There's a lot of bromance going on already. I apologize.
I feel it.
So, welcome to the world of Fantastic Beasts. What advice did he give you, or did anybody give you as you entered this, I guess, foray? Is that the word? Yeah.
Well, it was challenging from the audition, because David was like, give me 2% snake. Let's add 5% snake. But, you know, Ezra, of course, he's so knowledgeable, and he got into character straight away and just sort of really led me, so I felt really
I gave
welcomed.
Claudia zero advice. That's the answer to your question.
Okay.
Claudia's like, I didn't need any advice, because she absolutely didn't. She was like, no, I'm better at this than all of you. And we were all like, okay. We get that now.
My question to you, my friend, is you're my friend too. I got to say that.
We're all friends here. It's
are.
okay. This is a safe space for friends.
It is. What's it like for you to jump back into this character?
Oh, wow. I mean, it kind of feels like, I guess for me, it feels like you never leave, or the character never leaves. And that's always true for me, even if I'm just playing a character once. So then when I know I'm actually going to play that character again, Credence remained terribly accessible through this interim period.
What is it like to play these characters? I mean, this is a magical, classic, franchise of films. I'm just curious, what's it like to play these characters?
Wow. I mean, it's an honor to be involved, but it's also just specifically playing Jacob is, like, for me, such a gift from my ancestors or something. Like I'm able to step into the shoes of someone who is very close to me. It feels like family. So that's like such a pleasure as an actor, and then like as like a human being.
Well, because we're fans of this series.
Yeah.
I mean, even going back to the Potter movies and things like that. Am I right?
Yeah, I mean, then there's that level. I mean, it's a global phenomenon. It's very magical to be a part of it.
Same question for you.
Yeah, it's a tremendous joy. It's a unicorn of an opportunity. I mean, these kind of things don't happen.
Unicorn of an opportunity. I'm gonna
You
use
win the
that.
improv award today. No, that was good.
I got one in my pocket.
But it really is. Thank you, Invisible Unicorn.
The Invisible Unicorn Award.
It has brought so much to my life personally to be a part of these films, and really connected me with parts of myself that Queenie needed, that I had to get in touch with in order to play her. And there were certain things in this film that were quite painful things in my life that I had avoided, that I needed to go into in order to play her without having those things sort of block me. And so even though it was a little bit more difficult this time, it was a gift again, because she's worth going to the ends of the earth to make sure that I can do everything that I can to give her own essence and not let my crap mess it up, sort of.
Well, I want to pay you two a huge compliment. Your chemistry is amazing.
Oh,
Second unicorn. Get another unicorn award out. Don't tell me you lost them. You were supposed to
I
think
don't remember
about.
which pocket it was in.
No, because your chemistry. There you go. Is
It's the ensemble.
wow.
phenomenal. I love watching you two on screen.
Thanks.
It's just it's fun.
Thanks.
Good to see you both. Welcome to the world of Fantastic Beasts. I say that like I'm in charge.
I know,
I know,
we
thank
should
you.
welcome
Thank you for welcoming
Yeah, I know. Well, because you're new to the series.
That is true.
See, that's where I was going with that
Okay,
one.
okay.
But I did say that kind of like I own the franchise.
Yeah, which, you
Yeah,
know,
I'm
that's-
JK's
Thought
forgotten
I'd seen
son.
you before, right?
Yeah, right. JK's my mom, right? Not. So, what does it mean for you both to be a part of this series?
I mean, it's epic. It's one of those pinch me moments, you know. We've grown up with the books and the films, and I think the 10-year-old inside of me is having a constant panic attack about it.
Freaking out.
Yeah, it's freaking out.
It's lovely. Like it's part of history, isn't it? It's part of JK's world.
It is. It really is.
Yeah.
She's a living icon, man.
She is a living icon.
She is. When you found out you were playing Newt's brother, Eddie Redmayne, did you guys have this is what I was thinking about the entire time when I knew I was going to talk to you both today. Did you sit down and say, let's have a brother meeting? How are we going to approach this?
No.
Really?
We actually bonded really quickly. He's a gent, isn't he? He's a sweetheart. But
doll
also,
face.
we actually we grew up like about 5 minutes away from each other. So we had like the same video store that we went to, the same place where we learned to swim, our park around the corner is actually the same park that we both love. So it just was like something about being from the same part, exactly the same part of the world. It was already there.
It was meant to be.
Yeah.
What is your first memory of Harry Potter? Like, I had the broom that made the noise. I'm going to get to you on this question because I've been dying to ask you this.
Like a fireball or
just anything.
talking,
Yeah, we didn't talk about this last time. I went and watched our last interview, so we're going to get an answer today. Your first memory, did you have a poster? Did you have the books?
The books.
The books.
Yeah, and the Korean translations weren't available. And I was like asking anyone who traveled to the US to get me the books, and I felt like I had access to this other world that Koreans didn't have.
Right.
Wow.
You're so hardcore. I've been dying to ask you
I'm
this
hardcore,
question.
that's true. Thank you. You are hardcore too. Claudia's the most hardcore of all of us.
Tell me your first memory of Potter.
My father reading it to me. Very distinct memory. Because I was really into scary stuff, you know, when I was a young kid. Like when I was really young, I was into like the most morbid, horrifying stuff I could find. So like I quickly made my dad start reading me Stephen King, but we hadn't maybe quite gotten there. So he was reading me Harry Potter. And I was 6, I think. And, you know, towards the end of that book, it gets nice and scary. And actionous, as I would call it as a kid. I would say, this is actionous and scary. and I loved it. And then I started reading the books to myself, and then I started listening to the Jim Dale audiobooks, because I just always love absorbing literature like that through audio. And that's like one of my favorite performances of all time, that performance by Jim Dale where he read the 7 books.
Did you notice you guys said books and I said the broom that makes the noise? I feel so stupid right now.
No,
Is that
that's
okay
awesome. No, your thing is awesome too. The broom that makes the noise was really, and I just want to know which type of broomstick it was, but that's cool because it was a broom. And look, it's very important. It's an important part of witching history. I think we can all agree.
And I still write it.
Good. Why isn't it here today? Honestly.
I should have brought it.
Yeah.
All right. Your favorite spell to say.
Petrificus Totalis. I always say.
Yeah.
So excited
I'm
when I
really
watch
glad that you said to say, because it's a distinction between your favorite spell, and I think Aloha Mora is so much fun to say.
Yeah.
But it's not like the coolest spell. Useful if you always forget your keys.
Or in this
which
one,
I do.
Avenzegwim.
Which
is the one which reveals the.
I don't know how you remember all that stuff.
What's your favorite one?
Yeah, your favorite, Jude.
Here's Jude thinking we're going to change subjects.
Honestly, my favorite one I can't say.
Okay, perfect.
Because it's the darkest of the dark. So that is my favorite. Because
It rhymes
Ezra will
with
tell you this. It is
da-da-da-da-da.
apparently it's based on some really old like runic incantations that she's. All the others are Latin based, and that's the only one that isn't.
That's right.
And I don't know. There's something about it. I mean, she's brilliant in so many ways, J.K. Rowling, but the choice of that word, they all kill it, and it actually means, I think, I will take your life.
Yeah.
I mean, it's incredible.
Yeah.
How long did it take for you to perfect your magical moves? Do you practice? Like, do you go home and go?
In the mirror.
Yeah. See, okay, she's telling me. Tell me
Like that
about
moment in Taxi Driver.
Wait, do that again, because that's funny. That's for the taxi driver.
Look at it. Talking to me? Sorry.
People are going, what? We're getting laughs from back there. I love this. But how long does it? Do you practice in the mirror? Or?
No, not really.
It's all CGI'd. We didn't do any of it.
After seeing the movie, I probably should have, but I didn't.
No.
It's actually, you know, when you first get the wand, you get really excited and you go over the top. Don't you? It's like, you're like, and they're like, whoa.
Be delicate. Yeah, that thing's powerful, man.
You're a powerful wizard. Remember, you're a powerful. And you go, okay, so what do I do? And they go, just do that.
Settle. Yeah.
That's all you need. And you're like, oh man.
But I want to go crazy.
Because you do. We just did a video down the hall. There's like a social media thing, and I grabbed the wand. And I'm all like, not stabbing anybody, but I get really excited.
Everyone's ducking.
But you have to treat it like a gun, like a loaded gun.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Got to be careful with those wands, kids. Christmas is coming. If you had a magic power for a day, what would it be?
I think apparition.
Apparition, yeah. Get places quicker, avoid traffic.
Go to Morocco.
And back.
And back before lunch.
With your wand?
Duh.
Love it.
Yeah, well, obviously.
Well, you'd have to.
I think I need it to do it. Right?
Yeah, you'd have to do that, or take the taxi driver with you. One word, sum up this experience.
Oh.
Fantastic.
Get a third one out.
Powerful.
Extraordinary.
And you know what? You swept the Unicorn Awards today. Congratulations.
Thank
I'd
you.
like to thank all the pygmies and the fairies and the munchkins.
Sum up this experience. What did it mean to you to be a part of this?
In one word?
Yes.
Incredible.
Fantastic? Is that two on the nose?
Say fantastic?
Fantastic?
Beasts.
Ooh. And the crimes of?
Grindelwald.
I was at Disney World 2 days ago with my mom.
Yes.
Yeah, I literally
Disney
just got back from
World in
vacation in Florida.
That's awesome.
I was just there literally
That's
like 48 hours ago.
I said to my father when I was a child, it's a famous moment that he remembers in my early life, where I said, I wish we could live in Disney World. And I was like, apparently it was like an early phase of my depression, and I was like very sad.
No.
I wish we could live in Disney World. It was like very.
Do I need a slate? Are we
morose.
going?